this podcast is really better served with beer. Anyway, so no, I'm not drinking. Actually, I'm a day late because I had been having a fever. It's nothing serious. It's just that how this whole weather is so crazy. So, yeah. Anyway, we have a very juicy topic for today. So, stranger, thank you so much for going back. And let's talk about open relationships. My name is Lee, and this is Decapitated Thoughts. If you have a friend who you think will benefit from the previous topics that we have, feel free to share them, the previous recordings. And since we're already on episode 11, just one more episode, we're ending the season. We're going to be welcoming a new season, and we're going to have guests for the new season. So if you want to be part of the conversation, or if you just have a question, or maybe there's a topic that you want us to talk about, feel free to drop me a line at linotagami@gmail.com. So that's LINOTEGAMI@gmail.com. I would be happy to answer your questions. I would be happy to give you the spotlight for season 2 for a topic that you are comfortable about. Although we already have a list of guests. So, no, they're not really big names, but they have a lot of things that that what am I saying, that they can contribute with our conversations. I know I'm doing a lot of turns because I'm a little bit nervous talking about open relationships. Let me start by asking you if it's something that you have considered. Honestly, I have. And if you ask me, is it something that's for me? I would say it's for me with the right person. For me, being in an open relationship is a privilege, and being open minded to a person is also a privilege. It is something that you just don't give away. And this is just for me. Some people, it is really their preference, it is their way of living. And for some of us, we are not yet entirely into the whole idea of the open relationship. Why? Simply because it challenges something that we already know, and that is the universal truth that we have learned ever since we are kids. That is, you stick with just one partner, and it's called monogamy. I did a little bit of research, or maybe I did read up on the subject, and I have learned that polyamory, or being polyamorous, and swinging are still two different things, or yeah, they're still different from being in an open relationship. So, in one of the articles that I've read, being in an open relationship is the sweet spot between doing polyamory and doing swinging. So, if I can remember it right, and you can correct me, I have my email address now. Um, Swinging is more of just really having that sexual. It's not even relationship. You're just really. Oh yeah, maybe it's similar to that. It's like maintaining a sexual relationship with another couple or with another person, but it's purely sexual. And polyamory. So polyamory is something that I haven't really considered about. Maybe with the right person, I would, but it has something to do with being committed with another person. I am really curious about this setup because maybe I also want to know how it feels, especially that now I realize that I'm not a jealous person. I'm an envious person, but not a jealous person. So, polyamory extends to being committed. So, I just don't know how it works because with having one committed relationship is hard enough. So, I don't really, it's amazing how they would get to do it being committed. Whereas open relationship is just really being in casual, like other kinds of connection, but it's really just casual and you're just in one committed relationship. And I've really thought about it, and I think for me, I think open relationship would work. I haven't tried it, so I would just say, as of this time, it's all theory in my head. And to me, I think open relationship will work. So, how do I understand open relationship? To me, how I understand it is if I am in a relationship with someone else, we both get to explore outside of the relationship by sexual means or by being friendly with other people, maybe flirting a little bit, but not really getting jealous about each other. And at the end of the day, we go back home and we go back to each other, and we have our little bubble, and we're still really very much committed to each other. Where each other, we are each other's constant. I can still remember when the term constant was introduced to me, and I think I wasn't really nice to that person. So if this reach you, if this will ever reach you, I'm so sorry for whatever happened, but I really took to heart what you told me about having a constant. And from that time on, I realized that it is what I want. I want a constant. I don't really care about labels or anything else. I just really want to have that someone who's going to be there when I need someone to be there. And I will be with that person when he needs me to be with him. And we're going to be committed, whether we label it or we structure it as a normal relationship. I know that open relationship isn't for everyone. We are different people. We have different experiences. We have different thoughts. So if someone that you know actually is contemplating about open relationship, don't frown upon them. Maybe there was something in their experience or in their wealth of knowledge that led them to the path that they are on now, right? And as for me, I think normal relationships, they do not work. I'm really bad at it. I know there was one guy who actually told me that I should be a little bit more jealous, but I can't do that. It's just not really my thing. I do have feelings, and it feels bad when the guy that I like would spend so much time with another girl, and there are days that I just wish that I would be the only woman in his life. But that's something that's really far-fetched, because I know that I can't control the other person, number one, and number two, I can't really control the circumstances for him. So if he allows those things to happen within the relationship, that's on him, not on me. I am a pretty loyal person, so I think being in an open relationship, that's already a plus, because I probably won't explore anything sexual outside of the relationship, I might be I can picture myself flirting because I actually enjoy pickup lines and I really enjoy flirting. So my favorite pickup line is, "Hey, do you know what material your shirt is made out of?" And of course, the guy would usually say, if he's also in the flirting mood, "No, what is it?" Or he would say the actual material, and I will dispute it and say, "No, I don't think that's the material." Or if he doesn't know the material, then I say, "Oh, I know what material that is. It's boyfriend material." Yeah, okay. So I like those. And in a normal relationship, usually those kinds of conversations outside of the relationship, they're not very welcome. And I would also feel bad if they spend too much time with a female friend. Not that I'm jealous with a female friend. I'm envious of the time that they spend actually with their friends in general. So not just with one female friend in particular. I think in an open relationship, and this is the reason why I say it has to be with someone special, someone that you're really willing to risk it for. You have to build really, really strong trust foundation with each other. I think if you don't have that trust, open relationship won't really work for either of you. And if one of you is a very jealous person, I don't think open relationship would also work for you. See, to me, open relationship will remedy jealousy. It will remedy cheating for me. I'm not saying it's for everyone, but it is a good key to that, because if I already know what you're doing, if you're so honest and so open about it, what else is there to think about? And do I really consider that cheating if I know what you're doing? Actually, not. You're not cheating because I'm aware. I know what you're doing. We are in agreement. And if if there would be a chance that I would do the same thing, I would let you know. And for sure, since we are in agreement, you would accept it as is, as I have accepted it. That would be our expectation from each other. It sets so much of the expectation, and removes so much of things that would usually keep you up at night in a relationship. But then again, that's just for me. Most of the articles that I've read, they also have said the same thing. And since I also think that in a relationship, the best way to be in one is when both partners are a whole. They can give each other the spotlight, they can take turns, and sometimes they can share the spotlight and shine really, really bright. But when it's the other person's turn to be on the spotlight, I will be his fan, and when it's my turn, he will take the seat as the fan. It's not easy. It's very ideal. It sounds really utopian, but I know that it's not easy. It is not something that a lot of people would even be comfortable considering that. Just to me, I just came to realize really that I don't own anyone. That even, it was such a big mistake that I made when I was younger, to think that when I'm in a relationship, that person is mine and mine alone. Maybe for the time that we're together, I want you to be mine. All your attention would be focused on me. But I guess when we're far apart, it's No, it's not even, I guess. I know that it's okay that you do your own thing and I do my own thing, and we set a time for each other, just like the little prince and the fox. At 3 o'clock, you come here, my heart gets excited, and I know that this is my time for you. So, yeah, schedules also work for me. Um, I guess the hardest part to build is the trust, especially if you had been in a lot of bad relationships where trust had been an issue. I don't know why there are some people, they would just lie and lie and lie. And then they don't want to admit to themselves that they are pathological liars. I think I'm a good liar myself. Um, I'm I'm not very clean about that. I lied a lot of times, and there are lies that I really made myself believe just to make the other person believe what I'm talking about. So I'm not very clean in that department. And in being in an open relationship, that vulnerability has to be your strong point, and learn not to lie. Um, I think one more thing is important about open relationships. It's not because the other person's open to it. Doesn't mean that you're gonna play with their feelings and not gonna take them seriously. I think based from what I've read and based from the videos I saw about people being in an open relationship, they are more committed than monogamous couples. And this is coming from me. I'm not trying to impose that on you. Maybe you can consider, maybe you want to check out some of the videos, interviews, and blogs about it. I think they're more serious, or based off from how I see it, they're more serious than monogamous couples. Why is that? Because number one, there's really no need to cheat. They can really do whatever they want to do. Um, and I think they are more giving to the person that they are committed to, because they know and they are both aware that they have to spend time with each other, so they consciously make decisions that we have to make time for each other, versus versus with monogamous couples that I have observed, or in a monogamous relationship where we've all been in, especially when the relationship had been very long, we tend to lose time with the other person. We tend to lose interest with the other person, and we see other people as more interesting. And there would be a sort of comparison between my current partner and this other person that's all getting into my head. I think in an open relationship, it's not like that, because you're always on your toes, that you're both meeting other people. So you have to make all of these excited for each other. I think they are more creative in making each other feel safe and trusted. And I don't think they are on edge. I don't think they are even thinking of it's gonna end. I think most of them, based off from what I've read and have seen or observed, I don't really know a couple who's in an open relationship like in person, but based off from people that I have asked, I don't know their other half, or I don't know their girlfriends or boyfriends, but um, I think they're happier in general, because they don't have to worry about a lot of things. And at the end of the day, you get your constant, that one person who's always going to be there in your life. And to me, that's something wonderful. So, yes, it is something that I would want to try, but it won't be my way of life. It is something that I would want to see whether it works for me or not. In any way, I would only know once I'm there. I would only know once I've tried it out. And once I've tried it out, I promise that we'll make a very long podcast about it and see whether my observations are gonna be the same thing as versus my experience. No, I'm not gonna try it for experiment's sake. I'm just saying that I had been very curious about it and to think of solutions on how to make being in a relationship a wonderful time for me because I'm really bad at it. And that's the reason why I have this podcast, right? Because I am really bad at it. I think it would remedy a lot of the things that I set an expectation on the onset of a relationship. So, how do people react when they find out that I am open to the idea of an open relationship? For the girls, well, okay, so I would say mostly Asian girls and Filipinas who grew up here in the Philippines, really. They look at me weird, like, why would you even want that? Why would you even consider that? Maybe because you had been in a bad marriage. Um, Actually, no. No. It's not because of that. I've long considered that. I just didn't know a name for it at that time. But I was okay with it. And I guess that's the reason why I do well in long distance relationships. I had one for 3 years, so I would know that I do well with that. Um, when it comes to boys, they kind of get excited. They're actually excited because, and this depends. So they get excited for two things. Number one, it's because they think it's an excuse for freedom and cheating and whatnot. And number two, maybe they get excited because it's something that they have already done or had been thinking about and is ready to be very honest and very, very sincere about the relationship or the connection or however you want to put it. So they get excited in at each end of the spectrum. So yeah, there we go. But most of the girls that I have talked to, they don't even want to consider it. Maybe I just really had, I don't even know if it's being mature, but maybe I just really look at relationships at a different perspective now from where I was 10 years ago. That I know more of what I want, and I strongly know more of what I don't want in a relationship. At this stage, I just really want a relationship that's gonna make you happy rather than, something that would stress you out. Love should help you grow and not stunt you from anything. Love should embrace you and nurture you, not make you feel bad about yourself and tear off your confidence. And love should be supporting you as you are supporting it. And that's just where I am really coming from. So tell me, stranger, what do you think of an open relationship? Is it something that you've tried or want to try? Let's talk more about that. And in season 2, we'd interview someone who had been in an open relationship. So wait up for season 2. Stranger, I'm happy that you're back for this episode, and I'm really sorry that we are delayed for a day. But come Friday, we're gonna be talking about my favorite topic forever, about love. Haha. So for our closing episode for this season, we're gonna be talking about how love happens in your brain. Not heart, brain. So And I dare you to debate me on this one. No, I don't. No, I don't. Let's just have a nice, good conversation about it. But I'd love for you to let me know what you think. And I would dare say it again, love happens in your brain. Thank you so much, stranger, for taking your time today and listening to me. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next episode. Again, my name is Lee. See you. Bye.